my recovery is slow, but good. You know, I'm still fighting with quite a lot of nerve pain and lack of feeling in my face and my jaw. I've had five operations since I was discharged from hospital, to remove shrapnel, and only last week I was taking shrapnel out the top of my head, which had caused me an issue and come out. It is a slow process to full recovery. You know, as we spoke about before, I want to be in a position where I'm as well as I was before, and left blind I can get on then without any other medical restrictions. So I'm not too sure when that will be, but I'm trying my best to do it, and the running helps. It does hurt to run. It makes me feel ill after, but I also feel a lot healthier for it. So hopefully that'll help towards my recovery. Well, I looked to return in April. I'd set my target much earlier than that, but medically I wasn't well enough. April came along. We had the trial beforehand, and it's been very hard to sort of reach those targets. And on reflection, I'm not well enough to return back to work. So, things have been put in place at work to allow me to return, and they're very fluid as to when I do go back. But I keep setting dates, and I'll readjust them. So now, July, bizarrely, will be the day that I try to get back, the 1st of July, which is my daughter's birthday. And 12 months on, I was putting pink balloons and banners out for my daughter. So that'll be quite upsetting and surreal, I suppose, if I manage to get back then. Well, I think it's it's refreshing to know that through life you find people that you call colleagues, and they remain so. And sometimes in life you find friends that will stay with you for a lifetime. I'm fortunate in one way now, that the fact that I know who my true friends are, I know who my colleagues are, and they remain colleagues. But I've also gained a small band of very close friends, and I'm grateful to each one of them, because my wife and I and my 2 children needed them when it mattered. So in adversity comes some reward, but on the same token, you realise how fickle some of your colleagues are, or some of your friends, and it's a shame, isn't it, really? But that's life. I just think, when I joined 11 years ago, we have our police federations that fight our pay, and I watched over a period of years things removed, and fought for this and fought for that, and I think now is just another round of that process. And I think the unfortunate thing is that the processes are looked at, and the payments are looked at by people that don't work shifts. They sit wherever they sit and make judgments as to what we're worth. And I've said quite publicly, you find me somebody that'll sign on the dotted line and say, for £35,000 I'll give you my eyes or my life. I don't think you'll find many. But if they change them, and I think they'll possibly stand the consequences of getting a lesser equipped police force with perhaps people that are in it for the wrong reasons. So who knows? Yeah, my sport to me is really important. I had a really active sport life. I was playing, golf before this happened in competitions, and I've just registered with the British Blind Golf Association. So I'm away to Ireland in June, I believe, to play in the British Blind Open. So that'll be an interesting challenge with lots of new, nice people to meet. And I think, quite rightly, you know, sport promotes healthy living, so I'll try anything. You know, I think my refereeing days are over. Some would say that's for the better, but there's always something else.